Alright, the next video is from Pegasus. More Pegasus. So, Jack Doherty. Life is falling apart. Okay, so this been making headlines, and every time he makes headlines, it's like, what? So, what now?
Jack Doherty is not doing...
Oh, it's Doherty. Doherty.
Jack Doherty is not doing very well. So last time we talked about Jack Doherty, he apparently filed a police report saying that he was robbed at gunpoint in Beverly Hills, California. He claimed they stole his $300,000 chain, chased him around, and tackled him to the ground. Now, personally, I didn't really buy that story because he didn't have any bruises or cuts or anything, and he said that he was running at them with a gun pointed to his head. So I don't know, I kind of thought it was some pathetic attempt at insurance fraud, especially because it happened right after Jack lost his main source of income. His OnlyFans girlfriend broke up with him and called the cops on him. Now, we got some updates to this situation. Crazy. Jack Doherty actually went on the No Jumper podcast with another puck, Adam22, and he basically just started crying about how his girlfriend left him. They also talk about how similar they are, both like sort of pimping out their girlfriend. McKinley has also apparently moved on. She's like going on dates with a streamer called Lacey, another very real loving relationship here. Zero sarcasm there. And she even talks about the whole robbery incident, saying that Jack just started filming her after it happened, asking for clips on TikTok. So as always, we're just gonna check in on the local doofus and see what's up. So it starts with Adam22 and Jack just discussing their career.
So like, you know, basically rage bait your way into going viral. And it felt like kind of pushing that pretty hard for a while and kind of took that like about as far as you could ever take it. Was that like a intentional?
Just like you, it's like, you know, same thing. It's like you rage bait people so hard, you literally had another guy your wife. It's like, well, how much harder can you rage bait after that, right?
Oh my god, not gonna lie, that was actually a decent comeback by Jack. I think it's very hard to be less embarrassing when Adam22 is in the room, the guy who literally had his wife get quote unquote railed, his words not mine, by Jason Love. Then Jack talks about McKinley, saying that she's a
oh, you that guy. What the fuck's wrong with you, gang? Damn.
a holy girl.
People give you the same thing though, because your girl was like doing OnlyFans or something, right?
But like that was like she didn't start OnlyFans like 6 months after we were together.
That's one thing.
It wasn't like she had an OnlyFans and I got like we were together.
The right wing dudes though will treat any girl who does OnlyFans like she's a straight up.
I had a holy girl for 6 months though. You know, big flex. No, I'm kidding.
A holy girl?
Oh my god, the unbelievable cringe I'm hearing right now. He really called McKinley a holy girl. Really, Jack? Really? The girl who literally tries to promote her OnlyFans with 13-year-olds in her video. The absolute disgusting, degenerate freak who should probably be locked up alongside you as well. That is the holy girl, huh?
Would you rather have this girl or this Urus?
I'm taking that Urus.
Urus?
Yep.
All right. Would you rather have this girl or this McLaren? McLaren? Oh, okay. All right, well, sorry. All right, would you rather have this girl or this blue Lambo?
Lambo.
Still?
Still.
Not good enough for you?
No.
Oh my gosh.
She's really the type of girl you bring home to your mom, obviously. I just love how embarrassed he actually is. He's like, oh no, she only started the OnlyFans 6 months after we got together. She's actually really innocent and wholesome, guys. It's a holy relationship. Bro, nobody is buying this. You both are complete degenerates. Your gene pool needs a lifeguard. We can't have this guy procreating. And I just love this debate. They're basically debating who is the bigger puck. You know, Adam22 getting his wife piped or Jack selling out his girlfriend. To be fair, I think Adam22 wins that hands down, but Jack is a close second. I'm pretty sure if you offered him a couple million, he'd do the same. Then Jack sort of slips up and admits that he's the one who put her on OnlyFans.
So you the one who put her on the OF like wave? Like, oh yo, I think this would be good.
Yeah, pretty sort of. I mean, obviously, like it was like mutual.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the other things that they always throw at you is that they basically make it out as if you're like OnlyFans management shit was like primarily like aimed at getting girls who are like fresh out of high school. Was that like a fake narrative from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, most of the girls I work with are like older than me even. Like a lot of them.
Well, how old are you right now?
21.
Which is why when a lot of people are saying that, I'm like, well,
Yeah, my
that
girlfriend's
is kind of
22,
like
like,
his
yeah.
age range. Yeah.
Yeah, notice how you said the word most and not all. That's a very interesting choice of words, Jack. That means you're basically admitting that some girls are indeed that you wait until they're 18 and basically immediately sign them up to OnlyFans and take a cut of their income. And he just admitted that he is pretty much the person who sort of ruins these girls by preying on them. He said like she didn't even have an OnlyFans and he sort of convinced her, right? And I mean, he did say like neutral or whatever, but let's be honest, if every girl that talks to this guy becomes an OF chick, I mean, that's one hell of a coincidence, right? I mean, we talked about this before, but I imagine it's that weird sort of predatory deal where he goes up to these girls and he's like, oh, you're gonna make so much money, you're so young, you gotta take advantage of this, I'll grow your business. And then Jack, Mr.
Y'all niggas need to cut that shit out. That's fucked up.
slimy boss here just ends up taking most of the money while you essentially just ruin your online reputation, and you sacrifice a lot in life as well, right? Obviously, if you're doing OnlyFans, you're gonna have some family problems, some friend problems, some reputational problems, a bunch of problems. But again, I'm not gonna defend any of these girls either, because they are pretty degenerate, because you can't really be manipulated into making videos with literal kids and promoting your OF like that, right? I think it's pretty effed up if you take part in that. Anyways, after this, they talk about the whole breakup.
So you and McKinley just broke up recently. Is that real, or
Yeah.
you down about it? You gotta be, because y'all spent a lot of time together.
Yeah, man, it f***ing sucked. You know, it's like we spent every day together for 2 years straight. It's hard to go from like being with someone every day to like zero. You know, it's just like it's a big shift.
What was the main root cause of that from your perspective?
I don't even want to like talk about it. You know, I feel like it's just like, I don't know. I don't want to sit on a podcast and just yap about it from my perspective, even though.
Yeah, so obviously I don't really know exactly what caused this breakup or whatever. I can only guess. But I think everybody already said this to Jack, that this is not a real relationship. Obviously, you two are just using each other. I feel like if you just accepted that fact, you would be so much happier. She's obviously only with you to elevate her brand and influence, and you were pretty much using her as a money generator, right? So for this absolute twerp to go on this podcast and act all sobby about it, like, oh my god, I loved her so much, like, shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. And you know, hypothetically, if he was actually dumb enough to fall in love with her or whatever, I mean, sucks to suck, okay? Another day, another sucker is born, I guess. What an idiot. Bro actually thought she was into his personality, bro. Ain't no way. You got literally the bottom of the barrel trash,
bamboozled, buddy.
dickhead personality who literally goes out there, bullies people while hiding behind security guards, bro. You really think girls are watching that and like, that's the kind of man I want? Said no one ever, bro. And it was after this, Adam actually asked a good question. He asked Jack if he's actually hurt emotionally in the relationship, or is he just financially sad about it?
I don't know. It's already so like so much is so out there and it's so twisted and stupid already. It's just like I don't even care to like touch up on it anymore. I'll just leave it in the past, move on, and just like I don't know.
But I mean, I guess a lot of people probably wonder, like, are you hurt from a business perspective, or are you hurt like emotionally? Like that was something you actually
way
loved?
more emotionally than I am business wise. You know, it's like money comes and goes. Like I can make that money back like in like just quick, you know, but it's just like it's more of like the time we spent together is like something I can't replace with like anyone else, you know?
Okay, this is hilarious because literally right after he broke up, he got the carbon copy Temu version of McKinley here, bro. Bro literally replaced his Tesla Model X with the Tesla Model Y. You can't be serious, bro. Bro's like, nah, she's irreplaceable. She's the love of my life. Oh my god, I'm so distraught. Literally gets the exact same looking person in like 2 days after. Also, is it just me, or does this guy flip-flop like crazy? Because remember that video where McKinley was taking all her stuff from his house, and then Jack kept bad-mouthing her, right? Saying like, oh, she's the worst, never trust girls ever, I can't believe I trusted her, I gave her my life, and this is what happened to me. And he was basically just saying she's like the worst thing that happened to him. And now what, you're back in love, dude? What the hell? Can you make up your mind? If you were to ask my obviously expert opinion here, I would say he's only financially distraught, because she was undoubtedly his biggest moneymaker, okay? She was generating absolute bank from her OnlyFans, and Jack has now lost that source of income, so he is distraught.
She was the only person I really saw like everything I've done the past 2 years, and I don't know, it's like been the craziest past 2 years of my life. So it's just like,
And she's the last relationship that you'll ever get into when you're like a normal person. So like every girl after this, you're gonna have to be like a lot more precautious about, because you don't know if they just want to,
yeah,
you know, get in there, use you for your clout.
I love how these absolute pucks here are assuming that anybody would want to be in a relationship with them. Literally two of the most embarrassing people on the internet in a podcast together, bro. You can't make this shit up. It's absolute cinema. Also, why is Adam pretending that Jack's relationship with McKinley wasn't exactly that? It was transactional. And I feel like if you willingly get into a relationship with Jack Doherty, I mean, your brain probably runs on Windows 95, let's be honest. You gotta be like a different level of slow. Then we got some real solid advice from Jack here.
The clip that I noticed was the police being at your house. Why was there even need for it?
no idea, bro. It's insane. Like, when there's money involved, girls do crazy things. That's all I'm gonna say. Bro, it's just like girls are girls, bro. It's like, I really realized that, like, this past month, like, goddamn, like.
Wow, really insightful words from Jack Doughboy here. Girls are just girls, man. For real, for real. I thought you picked the holy girl, Jack. What the hell happened? How could this happen to you? Nobody saw this coming. This is so shocking. This is my shocked face right now. Also, might I remind the audience, she called the police on this guy because he wouldn't let her take her stuff from his house, right? So isn't that you being a complete piece of shit? Because, like, why else would she actually call the police on you? And then you were even screaming at her while the police was there, just constantly shouting at her, recording her, putting her on the internet. So, I don't know, just not a good look. Like, you're calling her crazy and stuff like that, but I feel like you're equally messed up in the head, you know? Now, one question that's always been on my mind is, does Jack Doherty actually watch all these videos we make about him? And the answer is yes. In fact, he is glued to the screen right now. Turns out he's probably watching this video as well, so everybody say hi to Jack real quick.
What the fuck,
yeah,
what's the
talking
word,
about
boy?
Charlie,
What you talking about?
Do you watch the hate documentaries that people make about you, or is that just not even interesting to you?
Which ones?
Shit, I don't know. I see the thumbnails.
Dude,
I love that one. Those ones, I
that shit
love
got like
it.
8 million views.
I love his videos, but like, when he makes them on me, I'm like, damn. But
You talking about Moist Critical?
they do be like hella hateful. Like, they can like, I get where they're coming from for sure. It's funny videos. Like, I'm not like, oh, them for hating on me. Like, I get it. You know, it's just like, it's content. But some of the things are a little like over the top. Like,
I mean, is it really over the top to call you an insufferable douchebag? Isn't that exactly what you are?
Damn.
You tell me, pop quiz,
I
right?
never
What do you
said
call
that.
a guy who
He said
pays security to protect
just
him
laughed.
while
Shit
he
funny
goes
as
and
hell, man.
harasses random people on the street? I mean, my answer would be an insufferable douchebag. I feel like it's pretty fair to call out a lot of the horrible shit.
This house looks very familiar. Ain't this the house Agent was at? It looked like it. The one in Miami. I may be wrong.
You do. What do you call a guy who gets into a car crash because he's too busy looking at his stream chat, and then instead of helping his friend who was literally bleeding from the face and maybe has some serious damage, he immediately tries to film it and record it for content? I'd call that person a giant piece of shit. But no, apparently it's hateful to call a douchebag a douchebag. How about you take some accountability for once in your life and realize why people are actually calling you the things they are? And can someone please explain to me, how does this guy love Charlie's videos? Like, how can you watch him just completely shit on you and call you out and be like, I love this guy's videos, man. He really has some good points. Like, is it just going through one ear and out the other? Because he might be a huge Pegasus fan as well. You never know. I mean, I'm happy to have you, you know, +1 subscriber, but I'd also appreciate if you know, change your attitude a bit so I could move on and make videos on somebody else, right?
Hateful, but it's whatever. It's
what's the narrative that you're like, all right, that's not true.
For the record, Penguins is Moist Critical.
Oh, that is him?
Same guy, aka
word,
Charlie.
Word. Word. Yeah, what's some shit out there that you've seen people say that you're like, yeah, that's totally not true?
everything. There's nothing like specifically off the top of my head. Like there's a lot of things people say, so it's hard for me to really think of something specifically, you know?
Yeah, just everybody's just wrong about everything, you know? But Jack, can you like name one thing that they're wrong about? No. Just everything, you know? Like everything they're saying is just wrong. You know what I mean? No, actually, I don't.
Oh
Jack.
my
Like,
fucking God.
I'd love to hear what they actually got wrong about you. The bro has no argument. Then he slips up again and admits that he's not even rage baiting. He's just naturally an a-hole, which is pretty obvious.
Like right now, I don't go out of my way to like be a asshole. Like I try to be very nice. You know, I know people have a little stigma about me online. I want to change the narrative, but
God.
So I try to be nicer, you know, do better things with my money, like give back and stuff, and stay out of trouble.
Yeah, am I living in a different universe? Like, when exactly have you ever done that? Because I've not seen that ever. When has Jack ever tried to be a good person, trying to do good things? Because anytime I ever check up on this moron, it's another stupid stunt, right? And I'm not believing a word he says until he actually puts his money where his mouth is. I feel like people don't randomly change, and I don't think losing your OF girlfriend is like a traumatic enough experience to actually induce any change here. But anyways, let's check in on Jack Doherty's ex, McKinley. Apparently, she started appearing on streamer Lacey's stream, and they sort of like cringily flirt.
Oh, that was perfect timing.
I don't know what's more beautiful, the fireworks or you.
That
was a good one, right? That was good. That was good. That was good. That was good.
Who the f actually watches this shit? Like, I actually want to know.
You'd
This
be
is some of
surprised.
the worst content I've ever seen. People really come home after a long day and watch two people cringe flirting in public? Jesus Christ, man. You gotta get a life if you're watching this shit. Now, apparently Jack caught wind of the stream and started donating to Lacey to try and get McKinley's attention, it seems.
Oh,
Hey, for y'all niggas that do be watching that shit, it's alright, niggas. Y'all don't need to feel bad, alright? It's alright for y'all niggas to sit there and watch that, man. You feel me? I understand. Sometimes TV can be too boring. Sometimes you just need some, you know, cringe moments to make you laugh, you know?
Oh my god.
Doherty Jack, thank you for the 25 gifted.
Unless you're watching it for something else, then I don't know.
Thank you. Of
problem?
course.
Thank you for the
For laughter,
thank you for
hell
the
yeah.
45 gifted.
Okay, wow, it seems like Jack learned a lot from Adam22 here on how to get completely pucked. So now you're donating to the guy who's supposedly her next boyfriend? You can't be serious, bro. How are you this pathetic? Anyways, then McKinley talks about the whole robbing incident.
Where's
Oh,
all
he
the
gifted
money? He
in
had
the
a
chat.
bag,
That's
he had
crazy.
a gun, he had a mask.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
He literally put a gun to my head. I almost died. Then he came out but stole my wallet. So like it wasn't that bad.
I'm so
but
sorry.
It's okay.
That's gotta be
No,
traumatizing.
it's literally the most traumatizing thing ever, but
At least
know.
it wasn't on camera.
it was on camera.
Oh.
Not the robbery, but like after the facts.
What do you mean?
Like my ex literally filmed it after.
Oh, he didn't turn the stream off?
No.
Okay, assuming she's not lying and this is somewhat real or whatever, Jack does seem like the type of guy to do that. Like, we did see from the car crash incident that he loves filming people after traumatic incidents for content, right? But anyways, it's hard to tell what's going on. Either, like, Jack faked it and McKinley is in on it, or he faked it and she's not in on it, or it's real but, like, obviously grossly exaggerated. I don't know, and I don't really care.
No. He said he wanted me to tell a story to get clips on TikTok, and I said I don't care about that. And I was just like, I'm kind of like traumatized right now. You can literally find it on TikTok, but
That is.
so if you and I work out, and if I got robbed, would you still stream
First
like
of all,
after?
If me and you worked out, you would never be in a position to get robbed.
Oh really?
Oh my god, we got Mr. MVP, Simp! By the
Captain
way, simping
Sim,
for a
oh.
girl who thought it was a good idea to have Jack Doherty as a boyfriend. That's
Let
definitely
me not call him Captain Saver, because, you know, I do know some slick niggas that just be hitting you once and dip, you feel me?
and well. But yeah, Jack asking for TikTok clips after a gunpoint robbery definitely sounds like a Jack thing to do. Jack's the type of guy to watch you get run over by a car and then pull out his phone and start doing the gritty. Now Jack responded,
They would never be in a position to get robbed because he can never buy a girl that much jewelry.
what a surprise, still a massive douchebag. Looks like he hasn't changed at all. Also,
It's like
wow,
two
that is
kids.
like shockingly similar to McKinley. Now Lacey responded
Shit looks
again.
bored as
Jack
fuck,
Doherty
I
calls
don't
Lacey
count.
broke, says he would never be able to afford what he can. Well, you think I give a f? That's the issue with him, is he thinks everything in the world is about money when it's not. I'd rather have less money and be a decent human being than be him and have more money. You think I care what that little f tweak says about me?
Wow, actually based. That was like the one good take in this entire video.
No, I ain't gonna cap, man. I don't really got anything against Lacey, bro. And to be honest, man, I don't think that nigga's naive. But it is what it is, man. Hey, W video, I ain't gonna cap. That was fire. Y'all gonna like.
Subscribe.